Some good Wendy Williams news, but also some bad and infuriating revelations. I was gonna cough. Oh my God. Hello, my friend, the original influencer, your boy here. And as I've been sharing with you all, a lot of bombshells that we've learned from this new Wendy Williams documentary. Saving Wendy Williams just premiered, and it gives us a new insight, an alarming peek into the former talk show host's life as it is now. As I've previously and repeatedly told you all, Wendy is currently under a guardianship. I thought it was supposed to be just a financial guardianship, but it's really an all-encompassing conservatorship. She's currently locked up without Wi-Fi access, with limited outside time, unable to receive calls, and staying in this senior facility, assisted care, memory care in New York. And things are so bad because she allegedly has dementia. That's what her guardian told the court. If she has dementia, then why is she sounding very lucid lately? Wendy has given multiple media interviews since January and has consistently denied that she has dementia. And even if she did have dementia, she says that she is much, much better now that she is sober. But if she did have dementia, wouldn't you think that would require regular care from a specialized doctor? Wendy says she has not been receiving that. In the new documentary, she was asked, when was the last time you saw a doctor? Well, I previously shared that over the last 30 days, she did go to the dentist twice. But outside of that, Wendy explains, when was the last time you saw a doctor? A long while, she responded. She couldn't even estimate a general time frame because it had been so long. Williams has been under this guardianship conservatorship since 2022. And she says, I was in Connecticut for a year and I didn't go see anybody. I've been here for 6 or 7 months and I haven't seen anybody. She can recall dates and numbers really well still. In court filings, her guardian has said to the judge that Williams is, quote, cognitively impaired and permanently incapacitated. She doesn't seem that way to me, and neither to her. Wendy says that she feels fantastic and is not incapacitated. This next doctor has not treated Wendy Williams, but what she's said has been eye-opening. New York-based neurologist Leah Kroll says that Wendy's alcoholism and her history of substance abuse and recent sobriety, that with all of that in mind, her heavy drinking and past drug use could have been the reason she experienced aphasia, which is defined by brain damage that impacts an individual's ability to understand and communicate. This is actually an extremely challenging diagnosis to make, says the neurologist, of differentiating alcohol-induced brain damage from dementia. There's a lot of overlap because alcohol tends to be particularly toxic to the prefrontal lobes of the brain. And of course, those are the parts of the brain that are affected in frontotemporal dementia as well. That's the kind of dementia that her guardian alleges Wendy has. Well, as I previously shared with you all, last week, Wendy's guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, filed court documents requesting a new medical evaluation. And I request that this guardian be evaluated herself. How could she have a diagnosis of dementia and permanent incapacitation and not see a specialist for nearly 2 years? Wendy says that her life now in this assisted care facility in the memory unit is, quote, suffocating and depressing. But she is doing something about it. Yes! No longer content to being isolated, her own word, Wendy is taking legal steps to be free from this guardianship. Earlier today, Wendy signed an affidavit asking the judge in her case to set her free. According to the affidavit submitted to the judge, Wendy says she has regained capacity to function without a guardian. Wendy also says in the affidavit that she does not have frontotemporal dementia, despite what doctors have previously claimed. What's especially noteworthy here is that frontotemporal dementia does not improve with time. It gets worse. That is a fact. And that is what Wendy has been diagnosed with. But she has gotten better with time. A lot better. And listen, I like to keep it straight and be real with you all. She is solid. She is sane. She is sensible. But she's not as sharp as she was during her talk show days. But she is markedly better than when we saw her in that Lifetime documentary just after her show had gone off the air. Wendy has gotten better. According to her diagnosis and her guardian, that's unheard of. Well, she got better. And Wendy will be reevaluated by a doctor on Tuesday. And this doctor was selected by the attorney Wendy has hired to end her guardianship. Yes! Also, the following day, her lawyer will file an emergency order to show cause. Translation, a petition to force the issue with the judge who has the power to end the guardianship. If the judge turns down the request to end the guardianship, Wendy, according to reports, will demand a jury trial where jurors will decide if Wendy has regained her capacity to run her own life without guardian control. You go, girl. It sucks that she's experiencing all of this, but in the grand scheme of things, it could have gone on a lot longer. Look at Britney Spears. Sending Wendy all of the positive vibes. Thoughts on these latest developments? Let me know in the comment section.